Morning, everyone. It's Wicked Fox. So now I'm going to take you through trials. I'm going to try to use 99% of this one exotic here, which is going to be the Forerunner. I love it. They put so much ammo since it's out there in trials. I'm going to use that gun since it is a little on the overpowered side. If you can hit your headshots. Now, I can see that my teammates are just very, very slow. Just watching them and taking forever to figure out what they want to do. This is probably what you don't want to do is be by yourself. Now you're leaving it. It's a 2 versus 1. Fortunately, he left it pretty much a 1-1 match. Take one, then fight for the second one. But if you're an average player, it's not really ideal for you because if you do die out here, he's just going to get the revive, and then it's going to be, multiple players versus, lesser of your team. All right, basically what I did is just picked him off from a different angle. Guy went by himself. It's not ideal. See, now it's leaving a 3 versus 2. My guy is pushing me back. I'm trying to get back up here. I can't. And that's why you don't want to overcrowd somebody. It just made it to where I died meaninglessly, where I couldn't get to any shelter. I couldn't even get back on the ledge. Try to give your teammates some room. All right, all I did is just try to back up this guy. I chose a guy to kind of be with, and when he pushed, I pushed. Try not to be the first one to die. Makes it really tough for your team to come back, especially if they're not good. Don't just stand around. Don't let them get their health back. Always put pressure. Always move forward, whether it's little at a time or fast, but keep moving. That's probably one of the most important things is keep moving. Don't just stand still. Leave it to where they can just pick you off one at a time. I'm just trying to get the ammo as fast as I possibly can. I would have to change the game plan if my team dies really, really quick before I can get this. Just imagine you only have 60 seconds in this game before your teammates start dropping. So if they weren't able to stay alive, I wouldn't be able to go pick up that ammo. But I'm testing the waters, seeing if they can survive. If they can, I'll go get it. If not, I'll have to change the game plan. Remember, always change your game plan when you're playing. Don't just, go do what you want to do. Sometimes you have to go follow them and back them up because they might not be as good enough player as you are, and they need a little bit of help. Otherwise, it's just going to be 3-on-1, and it's going to be really difficult and really frustrating for you to play. Now, I know my teammates are right behind me. I can see them on the radar. Trying to pick up a pick. Got one. Now, I was trying to put pressure on the team. The other players on the other team. As soon as you get one person down, the ideal thing you want to do is push forward and keep that pressure up. Now, my teammates did great. They did what I was expecting them to do. I don't know these people, but they followed behind me, ready to push with me. Now, play your life. Don't try to get yourself in an unnecessary death on your side. Make it difficult for your team. So if you can, stay alive as much as you can. If you're not really great at it, stick with a teammate. Now see how he stuck with a teammate? That's just exactly what I'm saying. Now I was a better shot than they were, but it was a 2 versus 1. And that's why I say stick with a teammate, and it would definitely help you. Okay, now I got my ammo. Let's go out. Let's go help your teammates. Push with them. So there was no hope for that guy. I mean, he's stuck out here with 3 of us shooting him in different angles. He can never get his life back. And we backed him up. We helped him. Okay, heavy's out there. Make sure that you cover that heavy. Don't go in here and, allow them to get the heavy. So I tried to help my team by allowing them to get the heavy. Now I'm pushing with them to help them. Now you don't have to go get the revive right away. Make sure that you're safe. And I didn't just pick him up and leave and run. I made sure I put some shots into the guy, so he's just not laying into my teammate and instantly dying. Okay, my teammates are out there. They're surviving so far. Like I said, I will change my game plan if for some reason they couldn't survive. I'm just trying to get a different angle, a better angle, to be able to get the one-on-one shots. See, now my teammate was able to push in. Wasn't expecting him to be 2 versus 1, and that's all it is you're taking an angle for your teammate to occupy him while your other teammate comes in and finishes him off. Those nice headshots there. Love this gun. Two versus 1. See, you got a guy on his team way up there. I mean, what part of that helps his teammate? He comes in at the end of the match when his teammate is already down instead of helping him when his teammate was up. Just helping my teammate, getting a different angle, trying to get those team shots. I know the revives are here. We just team shotted him to death, and we weren't being stupid by going out in the middle of the thing without any cover. I used cover. He had to try to locate us, didn't know exactly where we were, and we just pop out and kill him. Gonna follow my teammate, back him up, get some of this ammo. So I kind of helped take the pressure off. Wasn't standing next to him, wasn't pushing him. Taking different angles. Threw a smoke bomb there, so that way can't put pressure on my teammate. I took another angle, so that way I'm not shooting in the same angle, and all he has to do is just, shoot 1 inch difference. Now we're both looking in the same direction, different spots. team shots again because I'm near my teammates. And that's how easy it is. You could be an average player and do this as long as you know the mechanics of the game by playing next to your player, not overcrowding your player, helping the team shots. Now, I didn't just go out in the open, allow them to get the last shot on me. Otherwise, it's just going to be, them jumping my teammate here. So I'm trying to back him up. I'm not sitting there trying to go get the res when he's right next to it. Now, I knew he was on the ledge. Obviously, I was shooting at him, and I tried to take pressure off him, taking a different angle, so that way he can get his life back. It's not always about just you going out there and killing. It's about you helping your teammates. So much ammo on this. Love it. Fortunately, now it's me having to battle back because I wanted to go get that ammo. Now this is where I would have to change my game plan up because they, they don't stay alive long enough, and I don't want to be going against this like I just did. Alright, just need to get my light back here, have my teammate help me a little bit. Put that there so that we can capture the flag. Using it as defense. Don't necessarily have to aiming at them, I just wanted them not to come in. I mean, it's pretty much final round and they couldn't push in. You just have to think what their objective is. Now, when we were capturing the flag, they can only do one thing. They got to push in, otherwise they're going to lose. So I just used my ability to make it so that they couldn't push in, and I took away the one thing that they had to do. So I kind of used my teammate that they were focused on one direction, and I came around the other side because their attention was on him. That's what a flank is, not just flanking for the heck of it. It's using my team for them to use the shots on them, and then see how he's shooting at him, not looking at me, and it allows me to get the shots. And if he was shooting at me, now the teammates can now shoot at him. So he has no idea where I'm at. He was so occupied on shooting my teammate, he didn't know that I was right here. Now his teammate is so far. If he did that, see what it's doing for your team. It's making it so much tougher because there's no team shots throughout the whole thing. He's out there in the very back hiding and did nothing while his teammate was up. I mean, your most advantage is to push when your teammate is up. Now it's just you trying to push against all these players. Now I'm squatting here. If you're not familiar with this, squatting takes you off the radar and allowed me to know where they were, and they didn't know I was there. So if you're new to the game, if you squat, it takes you off the radar. It's a ping, and it makes it to where you're kind of like off the radar and then back on the radar, but it's very slow. Now, see, they did good. They got the shots. They were all working as a team, doing really well. And unfortunately, my team couldn't get it together, and they died more often than they did try to kill anyone, and it made it more tougher on me. Now, I don't know why my teammates decided to go way in, I don't know where they went to Japan, and left me to try to battle for the heavy. Now, I got the heavy, but why would you leave the heavy for them? If I went and followed them inside there and not got the objective of the heavy, they would have the heavy and then they'd be doing this to us. Now, that was an error for my team to do. They should have pushed with me to get that heavy ammo. I noticed my teammate is with me. I got two behind me. Grab this ammo. Now it's an objective to take that flag or kill the players. This guy decided to flank by himself, which now leaves it a better advantage for us. And now the pressure is on them. That's why flanks can help or kill your team if you don't know how to do it. Just stealing this ammo, man. This is so great. I hope they continue to do this in the future. But you know, this is the first time in Trials that they had this. How much ammo it gave me. Where? Where's his team? You know, the whole time it's just like he was battling, trying to get to the objective, and had no team. Where are you going? See where the being by yourself, it makes it to where his teammate has now got to try to locate him because he's died and he's too far away from any of his teammates to pick him up. I mean, it made it easier for me. I love it, but this is why I'm trying to teach you to not do that to your teammates, because if you're playing the game, when you play it, you're going to realize how frustrating that is when you're by yourself and trying to go against multiple people. Now, see how I'm not too far away? I mean, my teammate's right there on the right side. Now, the reason why I'm a little bit more aggressive is because I'm a better player and I've been playing for a while. Um, I've done a lot of my little mistakes playing the game, so majority of the time I won't lose those fights. Um, so when you're watching me, that's why I'm trying to give you an idea where I can pretty much handle myself. See how I'm by myself. I can handle myself to know when I need to get out of the engagement, and I'm 99% of the time are not going to die unless I just made a huge, you know, thought they were somewhere else and made a huge mistake. But I can do that. But if you had all three of you guys, doing your own thing, I mean, it just makes it to where you're getting picked off one at a time. And you'll notice that it'll be a 2-on-1 versus one, and then 2-on-1 versus another, and then 2-on-1 versus another. See how that guy went inside? I was trying to tell him, hey, come out here. The team's this way. We're going this way. We don't know each other. So this is all solo queue. And now my teammate died, but see, I'm close by. I can pick him up. It wasn't a big problem. And my teammate did the right thing by allowing me to get the revive and then him not just getting in my way. I don't need two people rezzing. If you get the idea, you don't need two people trying to res the same person. One person needs to protect that person that's rezzing him because he's trying to res that person. And then the other one is more of a bodyguard. Oh yeah, I love this gun. I mean, if you can hit your headshots, this gun is great. Now, if you're horrible with headshots, it's not going to be a great gun. But this is just your practice of constantly playing the game and trying to shoot targets, whether it's in PvE, PvP, and always, nailing your headshots. Um, and even if you're doing PvE, just make sure that all the minions that you're fighting, you're going for headshots, not just being lazy and hitting the body, because it's not going to help you in PvP. Now, so I got wounded. I'm using the radar to know where he is. Now my teammates came back in. They knew that I was here by myself, and they did the right thing by coming to help me. Now I don't want them to get that res, so that's why I'm sitting here and putting pressure so he doesn't get it. Now, if he was to go for that res and I'm shooting him, that res little circle can't go around, and as long as they're taking damage, they can't get the res. My radar shows that someone's here. I'm using myself as an angle, like really thin against the wall, so that way I can take the one-on-one shot. There was three in here. That was unfortunate for me. I made that little mistake going too far out. I didn't have enough cover. I did the right appropriate way on the first guy, and I did the one-on-one. And then I got too aggressive and jumped out in the middle trying to get that one kill. But there was still two more up. And if the other guy wasn't in that room with him, it would have been a one-on-one, and I would have been able to shoot him in the back because he was running away. But because it was now a 2-on-1 and I'm out in the open, that was bad play on my part. So that will benefit you from seeing what I did wrong in that situation. I can see they're trying to pin me in here. I'm glad that my teammates decided to finally come and help out with the team shots. I was just trying to play my life there, using the radar the best I could to swing around the pole as using that wall for coverage, and then that way he couldn't shoot me. And while they're shooting at me, my teammates were able to help and put some shots probably in their back or on the side of them, and they, it's a 2-on-1. Now that was a team shot there. Got one guy in the back, one guy in the front, which is me, and he had no teammates left to help him. I'm helping my teammate here. I know he's got a body down. As soon as you see a body down, you should be pushing forward to constantly put in pressure. Do not stay back. Do not be non-aggressive. Don't be where you're standing right here, way out here where you can get the res, and you're leaving your teammates by themselves when it could have been an extra person helping. As soon as one person goes down, you have the leverage. You push with your teammate and put that pressure on them. Now see how I'm constantly moving? I want that radar to constantly be moving. I don't want to be standing still where they remember they saw me at the last point and then all they have to do is come in and slide and shoot me. I'm constantly putting pressure to move forward to the objective that I'm trying to get to, which is putting pressure on them, making it to where, depending on what kind of weapon they have, they might not be able to do anything about it because they don't have a shotgun or they get nervous. And now this allowed me to go flawless. And this is what it looks like when you do the things I just said right now to help you along the way. Now you're going to run into all different types of things that are going to help you in trials. One is staying with your teammate, makes it as team shots help so much. Imagine all you have to do is nail 3 headshots, and if you had 3 people shooting, it would take 1 bullet to kill from each person with a headshot. And you can see how fast that would take out the opponent, which would now leave a better advantage for you to be able to team shots for the next person. Now, since I already went flawless, I'm going to try to use a different weapon, just play around with it, see what these weapons can do. I need to start deleting weapons. I don't have enough room in my storage. It's a half decent sniper. I've never used a sniper before. I just got it doing PvE and wanted to try it out. It doesn't have the best rolls. Doesn't have snapshot. I would love to have snapshot. I didn't do a lot of damage from far range. Now I see how I hit the body. The penalty for hitting the body, it just makes it to where I would have to unload so many more bullets to kill a Guardian now. So everything is done for headshots so that you can get the most time to kill. If you're not good with the headshots, you better start practicing getting those headshots. Otherwise, you're going to be losing your battles for the one-on-ones. All right, let's test out this sniper and this pulse. Never used this pulse. It's going to be my second time using this sniper rifle. Now, when I started first playing, I'd have to say that the sniper rifle is probably my favorite thing to use. I know some people use shotguns. I really, really like snipers. Allows me to have that one-shot kill from a long distance. And since I am good with my aim, it makes it really, really easy to hit these. But, like I said, I've been doing this for a long time since Destiny 1, and it's not like I just overnight became was able to um, hit all my headshots. It just took practice um, and constantly learning through mistakes. Like I saw the radar where the red was showing up on my radar, and then they pushed in and left me. They didn't think I was going to be warping inside with that ability. I was hoping my teammate would be up, and my ability is going to take him out right there. But it was a tie. We should have had to win. But I'm not using a typical weapon that I normally would use. I'm just testing these weapons out and seeing if they're any good, if I need to start deleting them. But it gives you an idea how to play. You don't want to just stand out here in the very back and just snipe. I'm constantly pushing in. I pull out my sniper, I pull out my other gun for closer range. We traded, so now it's going to be a one-on-one. Hopefully my teammate can do good enough to at least get the revive or kill this other guy. Okay, he couldn't get the revive. He decided to come tag me in from a different angle since he was looking the other way. I didn't just go run and hide. I kept the pressure. I want to keep that pressure while his life is low. My teammate is putting shots into him. Even though he died, it allowed me to not have to do as much work, and I could just clean him up. But if I would have ran and hid, then I would have to fight him all the way from the very beginning. I'm just using my abilities to get out of the way. Use my radar. I knew where he was. Just playing around with the guy, and but you'll get there as soon as you start playing enough, and you know what you can do and what you can't do. Now I'm by myself. Now this is where you don't want to be. You don't want to be in this situation. Now see how I kept myself at a distance because he used that ability. Now if I was up close, he would have just laid me out. That's what a better player realizes. Now see, I see he's wounded, right? I use my ability to get in close. That's why I use this strand build, is because I want to put pressure on the opponent, and I got there right away. He didn't have a chance to get his life back. He didn't have a chance to sit there and just hide around a corner for a long period of time. I was able to push in right away. Why would I wait until his life got up and then made it that much harder for me? Now, I'm trying to get the heavy. That's the objective. I don't know where my teammates are. They should be helping me here. I put my little strand clone there so that way he couldn't get the heavy. And I'm just trying to take different angles to make it so they don't get it too. And it's leaving that much harder for me because I had no teammates helping me. Yeah, that little plate that you're supposed to take, but when there's heavy, as soon as they get that heavy, they're going to take anybody on that plate because it's going to be a one-shot kill so easily, depending on what heavy they're using. It's just going to be like, like having a 3-on-1 match. So you need to get that heavy as soon as possible. Okay, get your ammo. You see your teammates moving up there. Now you should be running up there with them. Oh, didn't see the other guy. I used my ability to get out of the way of pressure. Try to smoke him. Use my ability. I see the radar. I don't want to be pushing if he's right here. Now see, I kind of used his shield against him, and I used it as like a wall. Kind of just slid to the side so that I couldn't get a 2-on-1 of guns shooting at me. So I used it as a 1-on-1 kill. As soon as I got that kill, then I slid in to get the other part and do the one-on-one. Fortunately, my teammate died. Yeah, I mean, he tried. Now I gotta try to get him up best way I can. Use this wall as shelter. Use that wall over here that's going around in circles. Don't leave him by himself. Now, if I would have just took off hightailing and running and left him, he would have got that kill, and I would have been, you know, in a situation even more rougher than what I'm in right now. I'm gonna get this revive. I'm gonna try to take a different angle. I don't need him to be focused in one straight area, and just all you have to do is shoot one and shoot the other one. Since my life is low, let me take the other angle, get a little bit of my life back, and then one of us will be shooting them in the back. Now, I know the guy in the end is sniping, so I want to get this ammo as soon as possible. Where did my ammo go? I guess I didn't pick it up. Now the pressure's on him, and there's nothing he can do about it. The situation got worse and worse for him because he didn't have teammates with him. Yeah, they went down too fast, and the pressure was constantly on him. Let's go back to my trusted gun. I love this gun. I just wanted to test. I deleted those other weapons. They were okay. See how much faster I can get the time to kill with this gun compared to the other one. Now I revived the guy, and what I did is I tried to put in shots to make it where he was more flinched, and fortunately he was still able to kill the guy, but it made it easy for me to take the guy out. Now it's just a one-on-one, whoever can win this. But the easiest thing is not putting yourself in that situation. Making it to where, see, I can see my teammates putting pressure on them, and they're, you know, I mean, this guy tried to flank. Now the pressure on him because it's 2-on-1. Unfortunately, he lost the one-on-one fight with me. He tried to do the little flank. He was away from his teammate. His teammate couldn't get there fast enough because he was too far away. And if you lose, that's why when we say the first person down, that team usually loses, is because of that situation. Now I know there's two of them right there. I don't want to be having a 2-on-1, so I waited for my teammates to come in and take angles. Now, even if there was two people here, I can fight it. But see how I'm taking an angle and I'm using the wall? I'm trying to take angles to this approach where it's a one-on-one. Now his teammate left him to come all the way out here, and there's no way for him to get to his teammate fast enough, which just left it for him getting pulverized. My teammate could have... I would have to say the best thing he could have done is pushed in this angle right here, and I pushed in the other angle since I was over there. But he wanted to get the res. Now I'm trying to take an angle so that I get the one-on-one, which is now a 2-on-1. See how my super used, I used as a defense. Put it there so that way he couldn't push in on me. Now he had a shotgun. What can he do? I mean, he can't run there with my super just laying on the ground. It's going to make it to where he can't run at me. It's just doing things the smarter way. Hopefully this helps you a little, you know, getting the insight of what a player does to go flawless and how he uses his angles, his teammates, trying to make it to where it's as easy as possible, not trying to make it harder on himself. Now see how I put that there, so that way I was constantly putting pressure. I used my radar, realizing this guy was here. You don't always have to go for the revive. You know, just make sure that you are making a smarter approach. Whether if you can get the revive, get the revive. If you can't get the revive, then try to do it the best way you can. Get that one-on-one match. See how it's not a one-on-one match now? He came in wounded, and my teammate is able to help out with the team shots. I see the radar here. See how he was a little bit wounded? Those are team shots. I don't have to put as much damage into him anymore. Now, his teammate is left. There's nothing he can do. I mean, you know, he's either got to run for his life and try to get the one-on-ones, which he's hoping that one of our teammates goes out there. Now, if one teammate went out there and started chasing him, he can get those one-on-one shots. Just stay out here with the flag. He's got to come. All the revives are in here with, you know, where the flag is, and he's got to come out here. He's going to lose the match. Why go chase him? Now, always keep yourself in a distance of shotguns. Remember, if you're not using a shotgun, you got to keep yourself within that certain distance of a shot. Otherwise, all you have to do is pull out the shotgun and be a one-shot kill for you, or you know, I mean, on you. So use distance. Now see how I used that little swagger left and right? I made it to where I wasn't just stagnant and just being in a straight shot. I used my left to right to make it to where I took his aim off just enough to where he missed those shots. Okay, here's the one-on-one. That's matchup I want. There's another one-on-one. Love it. That's what I'm trying to get all day long. One-on-ones. Because I know majority of the time I'm going to win those one-on-ones. That's not what I want, that 2-on-1, so I use my ability to get out of the town and try to take a different approach. Now that my life's up, now I can focus on that 1-on-1 again. Alright, teammate went after him, he lost. I can't get to him without jeopardizing my teammate. You know, they got to come out here. They got to stop me from capturing this flag. So this guy, he should be blocking the way. He doesn't need to be so close to me. He should be protecting me since I'm on the flag. I don't need him capturing the flag with me. Alright, let's try to get that one-on-one. Those are team shots there. 2 different areas. That's what I want. That's my one-on-one. Try to take another one-on-one approach. Now this guy should go help his team. See how slow the other guy took to come out here to help his teammate? And then he left it a one-on-one each time. It could have been a 2-on-1 the whole entire time, which would have been so much easier. And we lost that round because the teammate took so long to go help his teammate. They say I'm wounded. Let's step back in, get my life back. I got the one-on-one. Okay, let's get a different position. I don't need to be battling him in that position where he had the upper hand. Now I got the upper hand. I surprised him. I came flying out there. All right, let's try to get the one-on-one again. See, now he's focused on somebody else, and it's just an easy cleanup for me. Let's get this ammo and do the same thing. Try to get those one-on-ones. Okay, there's a 2-on-1, but one guy I can see that he's looking at a different direction. Now it's gonna be a one-on-one again. Now it's gonna be a 2-on-1. Now I know if I die right here, I have my teammate to back me up. You know, the guy's already so wounded, he should have no problem finishing him off. That's why you know, you're aggressive, and as soon as you take somebody down, you push. Now I had the one-on-one engagement. I'm gonna help my teammate here. I was just making it to where, you know, they weren't gonna be pushing in on him. Got the one-on-one engagement. Trying to get another one-on-one. Got the one-on-one. But like I said, majority of the time, I'm going to win those one-on-ones. So, but I've been playing this game a lot longer. Now, if you have somebody that is on your team that is good at hitting their headshots, they love those one-on-one engagements. They don't want to be fighting against this 2-on-1. See, now I knew he was wounded. I'm being more aggressive to push towards him. I don't want his life to come back up. So I'm going to put the pressure on him. All right, you want to get to the first area of attack. See that flag? That's where you want to go. Now you want your one-on-one. Here's my one-on-one. Now we have the advantage. See how I helped my teammate? Kept myself at a little bit of a distance where I kept moving backwards when he was jumping up because I can see that he has a shotgun in his hand, but you know, I kept myself at a distance. But I didn't leave him to do the one-on-one battles by himself. I got my one-on-one again. There's my one-on-one engagement again. So this is what you're looking for. You're just looking for those one-on-one engagements, and if you're not good at the game, then you need to stick with your teammate like they are. They're sticking together. Well, they went two different directions, so I'll go help one. But I'm looking for that one-on-one engagement. There it is. I see it. Now we have the advantage, and they got the disadvantage. I'm going to look for the next one-on-one. There it is. More of a team shot play. I'm going to put pressure. I don't want him to get his life back, and I'm going to be pressuring him to keep his life down. And if my teammates are smart, they'll stick with me and run with me, so that way if I do die, or if they die, his life will be so low, it'll be so easy to kill the guy. Alright, I'm looking for that one-on-one. I see radar over here. There is my one-on-one. It was great for me because he wasn't even looking at me. There's my one-on-one right there. Fortunately, I ran out of bullets. Now, I'm Strand, so I can get there faster if I wanted to. But I knew where he was. I knew where my teammate was. And I wasn't trying to take my sweet time to get there. There's my one-on-one. Now my chances have increased because majority are probably going to get the next one-on-one again because they have less players. Here's my one-on-one again. We're going to keep pressure on them. Alright, let's take a different angle. Try to get a better shot. My team did great. That round I didn't have to do much of anything. Alright, now I have enough ammo to do what I want to do. Let's try to get these one-on-ones. Now I saw he was being pressured here, so that's why I was trying to help out. I can see the guy on the top of the ridge up there. I got a little overshield. I'm not really worried too much about it. Let's get my life back. Now let's go help him again, because it's going to be a 3-on-1. Don't let him get that res. Okay, they should be coming out here. I don't know why they're going over there. The flag's over here. Let's try to get my one-on-one. There's my one-on-one. Not much of a one-on-one when his face the other way. But it was my one-on-one. There's my one-on-one again. Because he didn't stick with his teammate. And it just made it so much easier to do one-on-ones. Now it's going to be a team shot. See how fast he went down? Each one of us laid in a bullet on him. Team shots again. So easy. Team shots on him again. See, when you get those team shots, man, it goes so quick. But half the time, people do not want to move with their team, and it makes it so much harder. Here's my one-on-one engagement. Now we're putting the pressure on them. Not making dumb moves. Keep the pressure on them. Now it's going to be a 3-on-1. See all those team shots? Me shooting the shield, them shooting the shield. He had no chance. Try to get this one-on-one if I can. I'm using this rock as cover. Got my one-on-one. Fortunately, my teammates went down. All I can do is try to do the best I can. Got the tie. I'll take that. But it was a 2-on-1. I got two guns shooting at me at the same exact time. See how the strand moves so much quicker? Now the body's here. I'm making sure that they're not going to be able to come back to it. I don't want to be in shotgun range. I see the radar. Now if I would have pushed in, I knew what he was doing. I didn't know if he had a shotgun or a fusion rifle, but I knew he had a one-shot kill type of weapon. So I stayed at my distance and let the team collapse on him. There's my one-on-one again. And that'll do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully that helped.